Hey, Railbirds, Kevin and Sherry here. All right, here we are, day 6 of the Western BCA 8th Ball Championships. Today starts teams. We're starting off today with the Silver Division, Chewys Chooters versus Rackham Wreckers. All right, we're your hosts, Kevin and Sherry Ross. We are coming at you live from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort here in beautiful Lincoln City, Oregon. Chinook Winds, thank you very much for everything you do for the Western BCA. Our stream sponsors, cheapcues.com. Use coupon code RailBirds. Get 10% off on most Q's cases and accessories. That does not apply to predator or poison products. We also have a number of other stream sponsors. They help make this live stream possible, so whenever possible, you should show your appreciation by giving them your business, patronizing them, and tell them you heard about us on, tell them you heard about them on RailBirds. Our first matches of the day, we're going to have Eric Shenton versus Hans Kurtz, and Kathy Wagner versus Nick Smith.
Yep. Those are the names they gave me.
All right.
They said Nick Smith, and I see Bob Jones and John Doe, and John's last name is Fonseca.
All right, so that's going to be Kathy at the table on your little picture-in-picture from Team Rackham Wreckers. So that means on this table we have Eric. Which one's Eric?
Eric would be, should be the one at the table. They're, Team Chewys Chooters are wearing team shirts. They're all wearing the gray shirts.
All right, so we got Eric at the table. All right, brings Hans to the table from Chewys Chooters. Oops, wrong one. Sorry about that. There we go. So we are your hosts, Kevin and Sherry Ross. Thank you for watching today.
Thank you and welcome.
I think we've made it past the halfway mark of this 24th Western BCA 8-Ball Championships.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. It is just crazy in here.
Yeah, let the fun begin. I should get a pan of the room between games or between matches.
Yeah.
Just to show how crazy packed it is in here.
Yeah, it's so packed that they have to tell people to not just take up the whole aisle so that people can move through the room. I tell you, you've just got to walk through and say hot coffee, and they all move. like Moses parting the Red Sea.
Nick Smith is playing on our main table here, right in the foreground, not on the picture-in-picture.
No, Nick Smith is in the picture-in-picture.
He is picture-in-picture, but he's playing Kathy.
We're playing Hans is here.
So I knew I was going to mess up the names right away because I was telling people in the chat room, don't worry, we got this figured out. And so, of course, I'm going to mess up the names right away. That without fail.
Jinxed us from the get-go.
I did.
Commentator.
Put the commentator's jinx on myself. Silly me. When will I learn?
Uh-huh. GMTA. Oh. Yeah, so Chewys Chooters are wearing team shirts. They all are in gray, so you know who is whom, at least, or what team they're playing for when they're at the table, guys.
Yeah. So.
Gals.
In the foreground here, Eric from Rackham Wreckers.
Looks like he's got striped ones.
Just playing
little bump safe.
Oh, he would have liked for that 15 to come up and that double kiss. That would have really been a nice little safety.
Yeah, he hit it just a little bit too full, and so he got the double kiss. I went over to get the names and everything, and Kathy says, "I'm Betty Boop from Boston." I said, "Well, I'm Sherry with Railbirds."
Oh, they're using that transparent template rack.
Yep.
Didn't even notice it was on the
Yeah, I
table.
can hardly even see it. It's one of the is it one of the flat racks?
I don't know the brand. And on the overhead, you can't even tell it's there at all.
Nope, just disappears.
This angle you can barely see it. This angle you can see it a little better.
Eyeing up this 9-ball here in the side. Straight in the hole. Coming around just a little bit too far for probably being comfortable cutting in the 15. Going to go up table.
Oh, it came out nicely
yeah,
for
that was
that.
a nice shot. He pounded out nice for that.
Pounded out.
Yep, he did. But unfortunately, he's going to have to run into this 7 deuce here with his cue ball. I don't think he can spin and avoid it, so spin up underneath it and come around. And he went full on into that 7-ball. Still got a shot on the 12 up in the corner. 12 up the corner.
Up the corner, or maybe in this case, down the corner?
Yeah, whatever. Just streaming.
All right, Eric made a nice shot on that 12. Didn't come down quite far enough for this 15. He can see the 15. He's got a cut, but he would have liked to have rolled up about 6 inches further.
Yeah, got it just a little bit full on the way in, and
All right, brings Hans from Chewys Chooters to the table.
nope, only got one going.
Yeah, Captain Crunchy says we're streaming the same game on 2 channels. YouTube, sometimes, like if you go to our YouTube channel, sometimes it'll show the same live stream. It'll show it twice, so it looks like 2 separate live streams. It's really just the same one showing twice. It'll do that sometimes. So, but no, we're only live streaming one, as far as I know. YouTube says I'm only streaming one.
Hans is trying to work his way out of this table here.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty good on this 4. Come around this 11 for the 5.
Yeah, and just go past it. Don't try and come out around. All you got to do is roll this in and make sure you bump off of the rail.
Yeah, just get
past the 11.
Yep, just get off the rail. It's a little crisp. Oh, and it's going to be tree-topped, and...
Like, goes past the 8.
Yeah, but he's on top of that 15. Move that template rack. Please. I didn't mean move it now. I meant move it before you shoot, not after.
Well,
And hello, Stephen from Oklahoma. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
All right, brings Eric to the table from Rackham Wreckers.
Cut that 15 right in. Got a nice little bump off of the 8. Except now it's the, could be hidden behind the 5 some, but he's got angle to get out, no problem.
Yeah, he does
It's
have
pretty natural.
Does have a little bit of angle on this 11. Hank is asking about the players and travel accommodations and whatnot. Yes, the players pay for their own travel and their own accommodations. Some players stay in a hotel. Some players will rent a house and share it. All right, game number 1 to Chewys Chooters. So Hans gets that for his team. It's going to bring up Cord Parsons versus Tim Kohler. So Hans wins that one.
I haven't turned us on the screen yet.
So I'm going to go over the rules real quick here since I didn't get a chance to do that at the beginning of this match. So real quickly, CSI rules 8-ball. We're playing alternate break, rack your own. The template racks are optional. They're allowed. You can use them if you want. If you got them, use them. It is always open after the break, regardless of what is pocketed on the break. Speaking of the break, the 8 on the break is not a win or a loss. And this is a call, ball, and pocket game, not slop. And I don't think I told you guys to like us, so please like us. Be our friend. Hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. If you don't ring that bell, you won't get notified when we put up new videos or when we go live. And be sure to share. Don't be stingy with your live streams. Share. All right, Cord Parsons with the break. Playing Tim Kohler from Rackham Wreckers.
It looks like Nick is going to win over on this other table. We made a really nice bank and got perfect on the 8.
Nice shot, Nick.
Putting him up.
All right.
2-0.
All righty. Good job, Nick. Each player plays one game against a player of the other team, and they rotate in and out who plays. So whether you win or lose, your turn at the table is done until it's your turn to play again.
Yeah, and they will only play. You won't even play everybody on the other team because of the race to 11. So coming up on the other table, we've got John Fonseca playing Mike Wagner. John is for Chewys Chooters, and Mike is from Rackham.
Right on.
And there's John's rack and break over there.
So at the table now, we have Tim Kohler from Rackham Wreckers. So how have you guys been enjoying this week of pool? We're past the halfway mark now, and but there's still plenty more to come. Hope you guys have been enjoying.
This here is where you have all of the players, 5-man teams.
Yeah, you thought it was crazy in the fall with the 9-ball teams. Man, 8-ball is like 3 times as much. It's just
Oh, it's nuts.
People are packed tight in here. And they're just starting. There's going to be more later.
Just getting warmed up.
And these are 5-person teams.
Yep. I just said that, but.
No, Robert just asked how many players are on the team.
Okay.
So just reinforcing the point.
All right, what we got going on over here?
Tim's working on a run out for Rackham Wreckers here.
Yeah, get his team on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that 14's a bit problematical up there.
Yeah, he's going to have to break it out from his, leave it as his last ball and break it out with his last ball to get there. Got to go forward with his 13, shooting the 11 to get on the 13 so that he can drag into that 14-7. He's got the angle.
Yeah, he's got the angle. You hate saving your problem ball for last. Now you're trying to play position on the ball that you're breaking out, which is fraught with peril, as some people like to say.
Yeah.
But it can be done.
Grady Matthews like to say that.
Yeah.
He's going forward, edit 2 rails.
One of the all-time best commentators, Grady Matthews.
It looks like he's digging into it a little bit.
Oh, man. Oh, don't hook him, too.
Oh, it is.
Oh, and insult to injury there.
Yeah. Got everything all nice and wide open now for his opponent. Got to figure out something.
Toby wants to know how come no Frogger rates are posted? Because Mike Page from Frogger told me to not to.
Yeah, Scotch is okay, but once you get more than 2 people, especially when it's individual playing individual, it just doesn't line up right.
Yeah. Well, at least for figuring the win percentage, I talked with Mike Page about that, and he told me, works fine, for singles. It works okay for Scotch doubles if you take the average. But for teams, that the win percentage doesn't work out for teams. I guess I probably could put like the total Frogger rate of the team, just because so you know that what the caps are. But
turn off the calculator.
But I just turn it off. Ball in hand.
I was thinking he would like to kick it at 2 rails and then have the cue ball slide off of the backside of the 15 and under the 4.
Yeah, that
would have been ideal.
That would have been nice. All right, ball in hand for Cord Parsons from Chewys Chooters. Start with this 4 ball, come out for the 7, or maybe even start with this 1-2. You can start with a 1-2 because the 7 ball gets you on the 4.
Yeah, it does look like it goes up underneath the 15.
So I think I like starting with the 1-2.
Yep, get that 1 ball out of there, go cross table to either the 6 or the 5, and come back over to the 2.
So no, actually, I like shoot ball in hand, shoot the 2 in the side, the far side, the side by the 6 ball, and just roll out to the middle of the table.
Is he trying to come up underneath this 2 ball, or is he just rolling out for maybe the 6 in the side next, or the 5 in the corner?
This works. Nothing wrong with this.
No.
And that 2 ball is a nice key ball to get you to the 3. So, all right. So what do we got? 5 and then the 6, 7, 4, and then the 2 to the 3 to the 8. That'll work. I like that pattern. So, 5, 6, 7, 4, 2, 3, 8.
Should everything go to plan? You not have to reevaluate. Sometimes you have to reroute.
Yeah, no.
Okay, a lot of times you have to reroute.
What is how does that saying go? No battle plan survives first contact with the enemy, or something like that. How does that go?
All right. Now, see, he's going to have to shoot this 3 up in the corner. Come off of the rail and out for the 6, or go behind the 2 and out for the 2. Oh, he's behind the 2. I
Right,
still got the 6 ball.
He's got the 6.
Go the 6 to the 7 to the 4 to the 2 to the 8 now. Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. 6, 7, 4, 2, 8. That works for me.
I thought he might come over the 2 just because of the angle on the 6 there.
He could still go to the 7. Even though he's on the 2, he could still go to the 7 from here just because the 2 gets you to the 8 a little bit easier. But he's probably going to shoot the 2 just because it's right there.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, Cord was waiting for his teammate to get out of his way there.
All right, nice shot. He's nice on this 7.
Yeah, angle to go into the rail a little bit and right at the line of the 4, just to the rail and pop just off of it so that you can cue the ball. Don't need to try to do anything fancy. All right, John's got a shot on the 8 over here to get another one.
This Cord Parsons, I think he's played a game of pool before. He seems to know his way around a pool table.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Oh, were you singing a song? I didn't even notice.
I was using song lyrics again.
I didn't even notice. What song lyrics was it?
I don't even remember now.
Coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Yeah, no, they just come out.
Kind of like those weird sayings just come out of Darren Walding's mouth.
Yeah.
They just come out. He has no idea where they come from.
Well, and I could come out with all kinds of things that you would think I was born in the that I've been around since like the 1940s, but I haven't been. I'm just a music lover. Oh no! Oh no! No! Mike just rattled that 6 ball over on the other table. All right, Cord makes the 8 here.
All right, good out Cord.
Looks like John's going to have it on the other table too. So this table here is going to bring up Mike Omer.
Mike Omer or Omer?
O-H-M-E-R. Omar.
I would say Omer, but we'll just call him Mike. Let's call him Mike.
And he'll be playing
Matt Andrews?
Matt Andrews from Rackham. Okay, and we got Team Chewys Chooters is trying to work on a sweep here for this first round.
They're running away with it. And no, this is not Scotch doubles teams. This is a full 5-person team, and when it's your turn to play the game, you play the whole game by yourself. You don't have to take turns shooting with someone else.
And you can actually talk strategy and stuff with your teammates at the table, but as soon as your opponent has done, has shot and missed, it's like you're old Scotch where you're not allowed to say anything anymore. Okay, and on the other table, we've got Kathy from Rackham Wreckers, racking and breaking against Hans.
Alrighty. And here we have Mike from Chewys Chooters breaking on our main table here.
Is that 9-ball go? Nope. No friends.
We haven't used that one yet. I've been using Nobody's Home, but I haven't used No Friends.
I used it once earlier in the week. One time. One time.
One time. You used your one time?
I used my one time, apparently. And I just used it again. Maybe I
One more
just used
time.
yours.
Oh, great. Now I can't use it. Why is it called Scotch Doubles? I have no idea why it's called that.
Because it drives you to drink?
That's how they play doubles in Scotland? I have no idea.
Wonder if it comes from something like, hopscotch. It's one foot, then the other, one, then the other, one, then the other, right? So maybe something along those lines is where it comes from. I don't know.
Maybe. You know, Robert, that's not a terrible idea. I'll work on that. I might get that set up sometime today.
Yeah, I thought about that.
I might go ahead and do that. So that's not a bad idea, Robert. Speaking of the second table, we'll have it in picture for the main stream here, but also just have the second table full screen on our bonus stream, so you can, if you wanted to watch both at once, or if you just wanted to watch the other table because your friend was playing on it, you could watch it on the bonus stream. I'll see what I can do. I might be able to get that going.
Kelso and his fro in the house.
His hair is awesome.
It is.
Our lovely assistant Pam here is going to draw the winner. We can let her reach. All right, and the winner is.
Oh man, that breakout didn't go according to plan. Oh, I got that cue stick right in the camera there.
I'm not sure I can read that last name. All right. Thank you guys for participating.
Well, I got one of them out of there. And you got a couple of balls. Let's go. Matt. Got a couple of balls to be able to get that 5-ball out of there now, too. I like going to the 6, to the 1, to come up in behind it, kick the 5 out, and the cue ball slides down table towards the 4-ball.
Yeah,
maybe you have the 4 or the 5 next.
Yeah, he's got some angle on the 6. He can rearrange the furniture. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing any
go
rearranging.
Go to the 1 and rearrange from the 1. He's not going to get there.
Rearranging from the 6, and then if that fails, then you still got a possible 1 ball as your backup, maybe.
I just like where everything's going when you come into the back side of the 11 from the 1. I did not see it, but apparently we did have a movement foul there, possibly. Hit a ball with his hand, and then the cue ball came back and hit it.
I didn't see that,
That
but
would be a foul.
if that is indeed what happened, that would be a foul.
Yep, moving a ball and anything coming back through the path of where it was or hitting it where it now lies is a foul. And moving more than one ball is a foul.
The APA tournament here in April, no, we will not be doing that one. In the past, Rail to Rail has done that. I don't know if they're going to be doing that this year or not.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still doing it. There are people here who can answer that question. Like Rail to Rail.
Yeah, Rail to Rail is in the building. Next time I see one of them, I will ask them.
Then, yeah, that would have been a foul, Robert. Well, Mike got his ball out of there, but what does that 5 ball look like now?
Let's have a look at that LittmanLights.com overhead cam.
Please.
What's that 5 look like? Well,
It
it's
looks like
orange,
a 5.
it's round, but I can't tell if it has enough room to pass the 8 to make the 1.
Yeah, looking out at the table, it's really hard to tell, too.
There is a little gap between the 8,
Yeah,
but
well, it could come up, yeah.
he's got angle to break it out.
Yep. See if Matt can get his team on the scoreboard.
Desperately needed. Got to stop this Chewys Chooters from running away with it.
Oh, no.
He bumped it, but he not for the better.
Nope. Well,
all right, just thin off of the edge of the 5, cue ball to the rail and behind that 5-8.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably hitting it hard enough to create a little bit of distance between the 5 and the 8 so that if you come to the table again, you have a shot.
Yeah, if you don't have, if you happen to not end up with ball in hand.
And that's pretty good. That's a good shot.
Yep.
He's left him a tough shot up the corner. And the 5 ball is out in play, so even if he leaves the cue ball up table, he still has a cut on the 5. So good shot.
Yeah.
Good play.
Shot. Good shot, Matt. Mike wants to come with a good shot now here.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey Sherry, show me this one real quick."
I know you're a sick puppy. You actually like these shots.
I like cuts. I do prefer to shoot those straight in 2-inch shots, but when left, with something like this, I am very capable of getting up there and rocketing that ball in the hole or rolling it into the hole. Thanks to two of the people that I learned from, Cole Dixon and John Doherty. John telling me to learn a road shot and Cole Dixon teaching me how to cut. See, Steven loves those shots too. But look at the save he played. And a little bit of a double kiss there, but
yeah, that worked out. That worked out where he couldn't even see the 5, so that was a
nice little bonus.
For
shooting the right shot and playing safe and not going for the hero shot. Now, see, I shoot that if it's one of those where I absolutely have to shoot it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just to show you probably shouldn't leave me there again, so you try something else against me. I was playing a tournament years back it was a doubles tournament, and the other team, literally, I would shoot the shot, my partner would play safe. They would play safe and leave me almost the exact, and it was like 3 times in a row, and every single one of them up in the court. And I'm like, when are you going to learn not to leave me that shot? Three times in one game. And Rich Lemon was just laughing. He's like, I can't believe they keep leaving it for you.
Was he going to get him again? Oh, man, he almost got him again. But I
You
think
better hope he did.
I don't think he did. I think he can see the 5. I mean, enough to make
All
it.
right, come on, Matt. Get your team on the board. Make it a race. Yeah.
There we go.
And on the board
Rack
is
'em
Rack 'em
Wreckers.
Wreckers.
Right on.
Okay, so it's going to bring up Tim from Wreckers Rackin' versus Nick from Chewys Chooters. And on the other table, Hans wins versus Kathy.
So
5-1.
5-1.
Okay, so here we have Tim racking, and on the other table we have Mike racking. Cord should be, Nick should be playing here, and Cord on the other table. Yep, that's the way it's going down.
All righty. All right, nice break.
Anybody going?
Actually, they didn't actually break up that
yeah,
well.
no, they didn't move out.
Never mind. I thought it was going to be a nice break, but it actually turned out it
The
wasn't.
whole outer triangle moved, and everything else in the middle just kind of stayed there. That outer.
Right.
I got Chewys Chooters on both tables right now. What do you think Nick is going to do here? You see that Littman Lights overhead camera?
One moment.
Okay. He's electing stripes.
All right, we have bonus coverage going. So if you want to watch the second table, you can. If you happen to have a computer with 2 monitors or whatever, you can watch the second table on our bonus coverage. So now you can watch them side by side if you want. So I got that going for you. You're welcome, Robert. And anybody else that wants to watch both at the same time, both tables full screen.
And there you have it. All right, shooting a 12 ball going for the breakout here.
All right, so you
nice
asked.
shot.
You asked about the overhead cam. Might be a little late now,
Yeah,
but we'll have,
I
we'll
was
have a
wanting
look
to see
anyway.
the layout of the table. He broke them out, and then they all broke back in. He hit that 12 ball nice, but just a little bit too hard, for the 7-foot table that we're playing on. You got to be careful with that. They'll go to the rails and then come all back in and get off friendly again.
Eddie Smith, you're welcome. That's what we're here for, to let you see your friends and family play from when you're away.
Yep. That's why the Western BCA brings us in, too. What I like about the team event too is that you hear a whole lot more celebrating at the end of a match.
Oh, you sure do. they do. They stand behind their teammates and cheer them on, and that is so much fun.
Yeah, like, in singles you only hear it like, somebody make some big come out back or make some awesome shot to end a match or the finals. But in the teams, you'll hear screaming for just, coming across the room several times a day just for first and second round and third round wins. It don't matter. We won. Woo-hoo!
Yep. All right, so he accidentally moved the 5. As long as the 5 didn't hit the 14, then it's not a foul.
All right, well, they've decided where they want it to go back to.
Hello, Jessica. Welcome. And Pro Pool Marco, thanks for watching, and good luck at the expo.
Yep, good luck. Wish we could go. Tell Alan he needs to have us come in and do some streaming while you're there.
Captain Crunchy, yes, we have 2 streams going now. We have 1 stream per table, so you can watch that picture-in-picture on the second stream if you want.
Yep.
Well, I did remember to make that one public and not private, right? Let me double check that. Sometimes I do silly things like that.
I know nothing.
Oh, I made that one private. Whoopsie. Let me fix that.
Yeah, send it out to the world.
All right, there. Refresh. You should see it now.
Do you need my cheat sheet already? We have Nick at this table shooting right now.
Versus Tim from Rackham.
He's trying to figure out, I think, how to loosen up this 8-ball some. Oh, and he did. He got it open. But now we got to figure out this 13, 5, 14. Play the 14 in the side. Just shoot the 3-ball combination and play the 14 in the side. I mean, you can't from there. You got to get there. So figure out a way to get over there. Just kick it in.
Or just kick it in. Does that ball, is that combination lined up? Let's have a look. Well, there's a little bit of gap. It's got a chance.
We share the room with them, but we don't sleep in it. So I had no idea there was even a problem.
Somebody went and talked to the casino.
Yeah. I got on him immediately.
I just need to reply back to them.
Yeah. I told him, I said, please go let him know that everything is okay. Yeah, apparently one of them even got bit by the ants on his face. It was like, ugh.
Well, that sounds like fun.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, he said he got bit up underneath his eyeball.
All right, Tim at the table. Just play safe.
Nope.
Is he cutting it to 6 or is he playing safe? Oh, you can play safe, just roll it behind the 3. Oh no, Kojak in the subway.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be ball in hand for Nick.
Now Nick can play this 13-5,
Well,
14.
he could, but or he could just,
I'm gonna play
with
the-
ball in hand, shoot to 14 on the other side and break it out. Could
That's
do that
no
too.
fun.
Problem is that 9 ball's a little bit tied up now. That 6 blocks the corner. He's going to have to, you know, that 9 has other options.
Man, he's going to take the 14 just because there's more room, or the 13, because there's
Yeah.
more room between it and the rail, I think, and
Yeah.
push this 5 ball out of the way.
All right, and
They push it out and then back into the way.
the 14
No.
looks like it has room.
And does the 9 goes in the other corner, so he could actually go to the end rail and spin up short side of the 9 ball.
Yeah, that's
Well, the cue ball's
That's
kind
a
of going
tough
that.
shot.
It's going that way anyway. Does
Yeah.
it go to the 8? Does it go past the 8 in that upper left-hand corner? Because then you could even just hit it a little hard and carry past it some, and be okay. And does it, or it even looks like it might pass the 3. So I'd just be trying to come up underneath it.
he's trying to get there.
Yeah, and if that goes past the 3, which I think
I
it does,
think-
he's perfect.
I think it's got a chance to go past that 3.
I'd just slide off stand below the 8 and shoot the 8 in the side pocket.
Stephen Kampala, thank you very much. That is very generous of you. Thank you.
Greatly appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Now we can both buy a coffee instead of just me.
Woot woot. I'm going to get mine right now. Oh, wait, no, we already got them on the way here. Alright. We got Cord over there staring down an 8 ball for another game for his team. Deposited.
All right.
That's going to put him up 6-1. Team matches are scheduled 2 hours apart. So if you want to know, like when we're going to be going live again, next round is supposed to start at 3 o'clock, right? This match
yep.
started, what was it, a half hour, 40 minutes late, something like that?
Yeah, we're already behind schedule. Not a very good beginning.
Yeah. So on your picture-in-picture, you're going to have John and Matt. Matt from Rackham will be racking them. Beef on
Weck East Side.
Weck East Side. Actually, no. That
Well, Well, the question is, shouldn't the player who scratches retrieve the cue ball and place it back on the table for the next player?
yeah, and there actually was a rule for a while that was considered unsportsmanlike conduct, and I don't know why.
Maybe because people could hand it to them like with attitude or something, or I
Yeah.
don't know. So they just advised you to just leave it in the ball return, let them get it themselves.
Yep.
So I always thought it was good etiquette to hand them the cue ball, or at least retrieve it out of the ball return for them. You're the one that put it in the ball return, so it's your job to go get it out. But
Yeah. Now, if
it's
you
just-
fly it off the table and it goes running across the room, yes, you should definitely go retrieve it.
that's one thing that drives me nuts is if someone sends a ball off the table and they don't go get it, they expect you to go get it. It's like, you're the one that sent it flying across the room. You go get it. I'm not your gopher. That drives me nuts.
All right. Well, what's Nick going to do here? How about you billiard from the 7 to the rail, cutting the 5 in, rail first.
The 7.
With the 7, the 9. My brain isn't working yet. billiard off of the 9 into the 5. You want to hit rail first, then 5, and let the cue ball carry back up table. And leave them, long tough on the 3. Yeah, see, I don't like that. All you're gonna do is open that up. I like hitting that with a little bit of pace, catching it, trying to catch it rail first so that the cue ball has the opportunity to get down table.
Well, the good thing is he's left him straight in, so he's going to be forced to take a long shot on the 8. So, still got a chance.
Yeah, gotta just roll this in and accept that long, tough shot. And I like him carrying past it like this to the opening of the hole.
Well, plus by leaving yourself relatively straight on the 8, it's going to leave the cue ball in a tough spot for the 9. Should he miss the 8?
Oh no!
Well, unless you
miss it full.
Yeah.
All right, here another opportunity for Nick. Now you cut this at that corner and hit it with a little just pocket speed. And if you hang it up, or just cut it at it and don't even you could call it, but maybe you just leave it there, playing safe. Playing safe with the cue ball. I don't know. I'm probably cutting this ball if I'm out there.
Yeah, it's easy to want to shoot, and
And
that's
he
a
did.
nice shot. Bounce up.
No.
Don't bounce up too far, but just a little.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Nick's got another little tester here.
Yeah, about equal difficulty as that 9 ball he just cut in. At least with the projectors in here turned off, I can draw with my yellow crayon on the screen.
Yeah, there is that. Did you guys have fun with all of our guest commentators yesterday?
And how about that Summerfield Habner's staying here till 3 a.m., taking one for the team. What a guy.
What a guy.
All right, Tim cutting at this 8.
He's got it full. Just don't scratch. Get out of there. Make him earn it.
Yeah, he's left him a pretty easy shot on this 8, so it's not quite as good as ball in hand, but it's...
I'd prefer this over letting him put it wherever he wants.
Yeah, funny things happen when you're shooting from the rail from a distance. Yeah, funny things happen.
You got to cut the ball a little bit. It clings. You want to slow roll it, and because you're worried about the other corner, and it,
I've seen people miss this shot.
I've seen me miss this shot. I think I saw it. Maybe I had my eyes closed, and that's why I missed it.
That would do it.
There you go.
All right, Nick.
Wow. Commanding lead, 7-1, going to 11.
They're trying to get this tournament back on schedule is what they're doing.
That's awfully nice of them.
And Rackham Wrecker says, no, we're going to make this run behind even more. We're coming back.
We're
and
dragging this out.
We're going to come back and win this.
All right, so we have Eric and from Rackham Wreckers, Rackham. And we are going to have, he is playing Mike from Chewys Chooters. And on the other table, you've got John from Chewys Chooters at the table right now, and he is playing Matt from Rackham.
Oh, well, apparently for 2 hours during the last 6 days, we had a couple guys that were pretty good. But other than that, well, it was just us, I guess. So sorry about that. But at least we were good for 2 hours. Between 8 and 10.
Cool.
I'm just joking. I know that's not how you meant it. I hope.
Yeah, it's probably
That's probably when Darren was in.
no, it would have been Summerfield and
Oh,
Brookman.
and Brookman probably.
Brookman
Yeah.
Holmes and Summerfield Hebner.
That was probably about that time, yeah.
Yes, it was. Exactly that time.
All right, Summerfield and Brookman is probably the two you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good together. I think Summerfield has gone back home, I think, today. But
Yes,
I
he
think
has.
Brookman, I think, is still in the house. I think I saw him earlier wearing like a St. Patty's Day shirt.
He's playing with Damien.
Ah.
So
You can leave it over there as long as you just don't cover it up. Okay. All right, is this John or Mike at the table?
which table? The one in front of us?
The one in front of us, yes.
Yeah, you know, we have yeah, no, I don't remember. I knew it just a minute ago, and now should be Mike. It should be Mike and Eric and John and Matt over on the other table.
Oh, our live stream lost connection for just a second there, but we're back. Hopefully it didn't glitch out too bad for you guys. So Hank says we're not too bad. All right.
Oh,
I'll take it.
I played the fifth.
Ooh, going for that back cut on the 15.
Ooh, brazen.
All right, well, things are starting to open up. This rack is starting to open up a little better.
Now we got Matt shooting at the solids here. Looks like he's calling the 6 on the side. He could shoot it up in the corner. Looks like he could even shoot the 5 up in the corner past the 15.
Oh, he's trying to rearrange things.
Yeah,
get out of there.
It's rearranged. Oh, man.
This is like when rearranging the furniture, wife says, yeah, I liked it better the way it was before. Can you put it all back?
Yeah. Nope, that wasn't it. Got a shot on the 5, but this 3-4 is actually
Well,
looks like the 3 goes.
The 3 goes
And then the 4 does
to the other corner, maybe,
Yeah,
if that
maybe.
2's not in the way. But yeah, so you got to start with this 5. Not an easy shot.
just rattled it, stayed up. Gravity did not take over. And there you go, some celebrating. And it'll get louder as the day goes on. What's we gonna do here, John? Yeah, this is kind of tricky for both here. Yeah, and getting down to this last little bit, and I think something's got to give, right?
Right.
Who's gonna be the guy to say uncle and try and go for it? That is a nice shot on the other table. Oh,
Oh, get that cue ball out of there.
it fell.
Oh, that was on the 8-ball?
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, so that's one for Rackham Wreckers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be picky about how they get games now because they need all of them.
Yep, and that will bring up Hans and Tim. It'll be Hans's break. Raxon breaks them. And JD's actually on a team.
JD's playing on a team?
He's on a team. He's playing with Jefe Jimenez. And who else did I see in there? Greg O'Dall. Can't remember who all the players were that were sitting there wearing the team shirts. But yeah, JD's actually playing on a team.
All right, just moving stuff around a little.
Yep.
This may have lined up this 3-ball combination. This 1-13-7 looks like it's lined up.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Just calling safe and pocketing that ball down the corner. Not a fan. Not a fan of that at all. That's your just-in-case ball when you're trying to break something out, something just hanging in a pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And 8-ball, just in case, comes up a whole lot more often than you want it to.
We have 4 divisions of teams, the platinum, gold, silver, and bronze.
This is silver.
And this is silver. And it's broken down by the total frog rate of your team added together and broken up into buckets.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's called safe. Just gonna and did we leave him a shot at that 10?
Well, you'd have to go real first.
Yeah, but he's left him a shot at the 10, and he can come out for.
Yeah, we could even shoot the 14 in the side right now too, and slide in between the 2-4 and shoot straight at the 10. Well, I didn't think he would hit it at warp speed.
All right.
All right, Eric, come on. You can do it. It was funny when I first read that date yourself comment. I thought it was because of my singing that I was going to be single, and not that I was aging. Giving up my age. When I first read that, that's the way I read it was I was going to be single.
Dating yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and that 4-ball does not go. It is frozen up on the back side of that 15.
Yeah, there are no elite teams. It's platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. There is no elite division for teams. That's not a terrible miss. He's
No.
left him a shot on this 10, but cue ball throws into the rail. It's going to be tough to even get to that 13. And if you get there, the 8 ball, the 4 ball blocks the 8 in one corner, 7 blocks 8 in the other corner. Although that 4 is probably going to end up being moved after this shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you got to go rail first at this 10, glance off the 4, cue ball continuing on up table, and hope that 4 gets out of the way. I don't think there's any future in trying to, like, roll in behind the 4 to shoot the 13 up table. I think you gotta go rail first. It glances off the 4. Cue ball continues on up table, and yeah, I'm not a fan of that because
Yeah, now
it's a
you're
tough shot.
in,
Tough shot, and then you're gonna be faced with a tough shot on the 8 if you make this tough shot.
Yeah, he's in deep water. Well, apparently he can see it to cut it up in the corner. And he was going to have to bank a ball.
Is it going to tie up the 4? Is it going to tie up the 4?
Nope.
No,
especially not with that 6 ball right there.
No, and it doesn't.
Or the
it
7.
doesn't block the 8 either. So you can go
Yep.
7 to the 4 to the 1 to the 8. I would not want to play the 1-7 combination.
No. No, you just roll that 7 in, let your cue ball stop at the end rail.
If you play this 1-7 combination, you have an excellent chance of the 1 ending up on the end rail.
Like that?
Like that. And if you don't have a shot on the 4, you're SOL.
And he's got no shot on the 4.
All right, safety coming up. Unless he wants to try to bank the 1 up to that upper corner. Nope, just playing safe.
Bunting.
So over on the other table, we have Tim versus Hans on the other table, right? Yep.
Yeah. And Tim at the table shooting.
All right, good chance to finish off this game here. Shoot this 4, come around the middle of the table. Well, when I say middle, I mean like around where that foot spot is. In between that 8-13. In that area.
He's running
Oh,
into
no,
the 8.
no. Oh, you might be okay.
Man, that's close. If not, just bank it out there and stick your cue ball right there behind the 8.
Oof. I think
That's
he just
tight.
called. I think he just called safe. All right, good shot.
Mm-hmm. Now, should he get ball in hand, he could just put the cue ball on the end rail and let it slide out around the 8.
Yep, that's the way that's the way I'd shoot that. Although if he gets a good hit on this 13, even if he doesn't make the 13, the cue ball's probably going to be traveling up table, so there's a good chance he's going to be hooked on this 1. So making a good hit on this 13 can have multiple rewards, even if you don't pocket the ball.
Yep.
All right, 13 in the side. Come on, 1 time.
Oh, get
what?
out of there.
No.
Oh, wow.
All
He
right.
hit that nice. No
Yeah.
reward.
No reward.
No
Here-
good shot goes unpunished.
And like you said, just cue ball basically on the end rail. I just cut the 1 in, and the cue ball comes right around the 8.
He's doing it from out there a little bit. He's sliding
Yeah.
off of it some, and that's okay too. Except for you end up doing that. That's why I like it on the rail. Make sure that cue ball's going into the rail directly behind the 8 ball. And have it carry out now. This is a touchy little shot.
Yeah.
He should be able to handle it, and he has. Center of the hole.
All right, gets another 1 for his team.
All right.
Closing up that gap a little, 7-3 in this race to 11.
But Hans has run out on the other table,
Okay, so 8-3.
making it 8-3.
All right, so who do we got coming up? We're gonna
We're gonna have Mike and Nick, and Cord and Matt.
All righty. Hey, I know who Nick is. I know who Cord is. So I can figure this out.
Right. Looks like we're gonna have Nick on the other table, or on this table.
Nick's
Yeah,
coming over
Cord's
here.
on the. Yeah, I was looking at that table.
Yep,
Yeah.
I got you. All right, so on our table in the foreground here, Nick from Chewys Chooters versus Mike from Rack and Wreckers. On the other table, Cord from Chewys Chooters versus Matt from Rack and Wreckers. And boy, Bonnie sure is loud.
It always distracts me. Like if I'm in mid thought, I'll freeze up.
Yeah, it's hard to even think over her voice.
Yeah. Well, she didn't have to tell people all the time not to take their score sheets out of the room.
To take him for a walk, take him for a smoke break, take him to the bathroom.
Yeah, or, didn't have to tell people to circle the winners.
To circle the winners.
Circle the winner. She does not have a magic ball. Crystal ball, she's not psychic.
All right, Nick from Chewys Chooters with the break. Yeah, the crop circle rack.
Yeah, the Toidle rack, right?
No, Steven, you rock. No, he does. He gave us $10.
Yes, he's awesome. I get to go get a coffee. Oh, wait, I already had one.
Get another one. Or
I get to have another one.
Or
Whoop,
pay,
whoop.
or pay for the one we already got. All right, so Mike at the table from Rack and Wreckers working on this run out. These stripes are nicely open.
Mm-hmm.
He's off to the races.
All except for that 14-11. We got some guy that's trying to beat Rich Geiler and Rodney Morris for the best dressed guy in pool.
Where?
Right there, wearing the red shirt.
Oh. Well, he's not wearing the jacket, so Rich Geiler still wins.
Yeah. He's got better hair than Richie, though. And no, Rodney Morris is not here, but he has been here.
Sue Carroll in the house, one of our housemates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Robert.
And the Soph Tran.
Yep, walking around with the things for that cue.
Oh, speaking of Q, get out of there, Q ball.
It did. It actually listened.
Now if I can just get it to listen when I'm the one at the table shooting.
Yeah. Now, when it's yours, you have to use that reverse psychology on it. You have to tell it, get in there already. I mean, I deserve that. And then it hangs up.
Yeah, the reverse psychology, usually it works on the cue ball because it's not real bright. Or is it? Because it's white. I don't know. Anyway, Nick at the table. Solids are open pretty nice.
Yes, they are.
Getting down to that 2 ball. He's going to take care of that right away. The 8 ball goes in all 6 pockets. Just got to get good on these remaining two solids up by the middle of the table.
I like just on one rail off at the 5
Oh,
here.
don't leave the combination. Don't leave a
He's left the
combination.
combination.
Oy vey. I mean, even if you make the combination, that 5 ball is going to end up in the midst of those 3 stripes over there. So, yeah, you're not really motivated to shoot this combination because where the 5 is going to end
Yeah,
up.
well, at least his cue ball is going kind of the same direction, too. So if it gets in behind out there, he can get a shot. Nope. Wasn't going to happen.
You had a 3 o'clock TBA. Your TBA is now live. Please check the bracket for your next match.
All right, brings Mike to the table from Rackham Wreckers. Robert says he should have jumped into 3.
Huh? There you go.
That probably would have been a better option.
Yeah, so. And you got Mike just going to play safe, open his. Oh.
And it opened his stuff up a little. He can see the 5.
Yeah. Just bank it in, hold the cue ball right there. Can you do that? Make 5 cross side.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
I think that's available. I think the bank is available. I don't think that 12's in the way. Who is that with the microphone? From this angle, it doesn't look to me the bank cross side is available. At the speed he was hitting it, he wasn't trying to make the bank. He was just playing the cue ball up table.
Yeah.
Just trying to leave distance. When in doubt, leave distance.
Yep.
And that's a good save. It's
Yeah.
got him hooked.
Got him hooked from both.
All right, gonna kick this 3 in.
He's going to go for the 5 because it's an easier hit, I think.
Kicking the 3 in doesn't get you anything because then the cue ball's going down here back to where it is right now. So that's no good.
Yeah, he's going to kick it to 5. Kick the 5 cross side, let the cue ball come up underneath the 3.
Yep, that's what he's going for. Oh, that's a good effort. And he's left either combination or cut to the corner.
Yeah, combination or a thin cut. Looks like Mike wants the combination. And center of the hole.
All right, 15, come out for the 12, then the 11, then the 8. Or should we like going for the 11 first?
He's going for the
Let's go
11
first. I think he can make this work, 15 to the 12 to the 8. That works too. There's definitely more than one way to get there. Oh no, he's going to be behind this 5. Oh, is he going to? He's got a window.
There.
He got a window.
He got through there. Now just roll this forward and take that shot on the 8 on the side pocket. Don't try and draw out of there and rattle it out of the hole or anything.
He's firing this ball. He's not rolling anything. Said I rolled the ball once, didn't care for it.
Yeah. They told me roll the ball. It'll be fun, they said.
And I believed them. Never again.
2 games in a row here. Mike and Matt just win. So it is now 5-8.
Oh, I missed a game somewhere. Okay.
The other table just finished.
Oh, did. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, so that's going to bring up Eric from Rackham Wreckers versus John of Chewys Chooters, and Kathy of Rackham Wreckers versus Mike of Chewy Chooters.
All right. I think we're going to actually get Kathy.
Nope.
We're not getting Kathy in for
Nope,
this
she's
time?
going the other way.
Nope. She's still shy. She wants to stay on the other table.
Don't tell her it has its own channel.
Yeah, got a few people watching. Yeah, in case you don't know, on our bonus stream, we have the second table, that picture-in-picture that you see on screen. If you want to see it full screen, you can watch it on our bonus coverage live stream. Well, hello, T. Cronbo. Welcome.
Hello, hello, Ron. We are now officially past start time for the next round.
Is the smoke still bad at this end of the room? Well, it's not great because they decided to open up an extra door, which leads out to the casino. So
Yeah.
we tend to get a bit of smoke wafting in through the open doors. It's not the same without our commentary on the second channel. Well, you just have to insert your own commentary.
Gee, thanks, Ron. He said the S word.
Yeah, it's snowing there, but well, it's a beautiful day on the beach here on the Oregon coast. Absolutely gorgeous weather here.
Don't even need my jacket today. I got it on, but I don't need it.
Nice and sunny and warm, beautiful.
I need it in here. Don't need it outside.
Yeah, you gotta go outside to warm up. Yeah, Robert, I don't care what they say about you. You're all right in my book.
Your score sheet, your table's not available. I do not have any other tables available. We're going to want you to leave one player there. And jump right onto that table soon.
All right, so at the table now, we have Eric from Rackham Wreckers. Versus John from Chewy Chooters.
Is he stripes or is it undetermined yet? He must be stripes. Yeah. I'm just going for the 13 inside. And
Yeah, he had good angle on the 10 to try to maybe even draw into that 3-14 to break that out, and then you got the 12 for your backup.
Can I get a representative from Stranger Danger to the tournament desk, please? Funny name, by the way. Stranger Danger
So-
to the tournament desk.
Brings John from Chewy's Chooters, looking at solids. And yeah, not much to look at. I don't think that 4 goes. The 2 goes, but we got to go from the 2 to the 5, and then from the 5 back to the 7, and from the 7 try to break things out. He's got some work to do here. Yeah, pretty sure that 4 doesn't go.
It doesn't look like it does. But if you shoot the 7 in the corner, if you have a little bit of angle, you can come up and shoot the 4 in the other corner.
He's shooting the 4. Maybe it does go.
It must if he's shooting at it.
Oh,
No, he's playing it off the 12.
playing a trick shot.
Yeah, well, look at what he's done, though. Left it kind of ugly here for Eric.
All right, so cue stick completely vertical. Fire this 12 in and draw right into that 314 to break it out.
Yep, and here comes Dwayne Payne. Watch the hit. He is the head referee out here now for the Western BCA. And yes, that is his real name, Dwayne Payne.
Not join the pain.
Yeah, not causing me pain because he's the ref. No.
So, all right, good hit, good shot.
Playing the
Now,
ball, but now what?
3-ball combination up the corner.
Nope.
Nope. No thanks.
I might use it to break it out. I mean, you call it just in case it goes. Not really going to sell out a lot if you miss it. And can still maintain control possibly over the 3.
Nope.
He's put himself in jail.
He's saying, let's make this a nice long game.
I don't like it when they do that.
All right, things are opening up a little bit.
Yes, they are.
Man, if that 14 would have just rolled just like an inch further. All right, does that 6 go? No, that 6 is, man, that's awfully close to having room to go.
About the 7. You just shoot the 7 here if the 6 doesn't go. No, it's too tight for me to probably shoot the 6 and cut the 7.
Yeah, but if he can shoot that 6 and draw into the 14 to get on the 3,
I don't know.
that opens it wide open, and then you're out from there. All right, I think he's called the 6. Oh, except he missed the 14. No, he's still.
Oh no, he hit it.
Well, he's still got options.
All right, well. Shoot the 1. Can he slide over, or is he straight on the 1? Can they see the end view? He looks pretty straight. And if he has any angle, it's working away from the 3 ball, not towards it, right?
Yeah, for the 1 in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like, straight, no angle.
He's got that straight in angle.
He's got the straight in angle. Have to try to play for an angle on the 2 to try to draw in there. Not easy. You got to have a real nice touch for that. Well, this might be okay. The 2 in the side, he might be able to draw right in there.
But what am I going to do with the 11 or the 7? Yeah, my brain is not working at all today.
You have more of a punch stroke than an actual draw. I needed to draw it. That's kind of what he did with when he was trying to draw into the 14. It was more of a punch than a draw.
Is he trying to bank this back at him?
Yeah, he's banking a 3. And it's going to
Get
land
right back over.
where it started. like within an inch of where it started. That didn't help. I hate when I do that. It is one determined 3 ball. Says, no, I'm perfectly happy right here. All right, this simple but effective save.
Just bank the forward ball down a little bit. Let the cue ball carry up underneath all those balls.
Yeah, 4 ball up to the middle of the table. Leave the cue ball near this bottom right in that area. Is that what you're thinking? Oh, he wants to get his 7 open and no rail.
Oh, that's no good.
All right, I like starting with that 15. Actually, I'd probably shoot it in the corner past the 11. And then you got the 14 and 10. And do not disturb that 3-7. Leave them right where they are. Don't run into them. Because you want to leave them nice and tied up for your opponent. Let's take over on the other table. Is that Kathy getting ready to shoot at the 8, or is she shooting solids over there?
She's shooting at the solid.
Okay.
5 ball.
Oh, there's a solid and a stripe over there, so she's definitely not shooting at the 8. All right, put a nice draw stroke on that one. And that 3 looks like it might go on the side off that 14. Let's have a look at the overhead cam. It's got a chance. I'm not saying it goes for sure, but it's got a chance.
John's really taking his time looking at this. He's not sure.
Even if it doesn't go, you're getting the 14 out of there and you're getting the 3 out in the open. So I'm taking a swing at it.
Bank the 7 and hold the cue ball right there for the shot. Get the 7 out of the way. Well, he's trying to open it up for himself. But I don't know that the 3 ball goes now. I think he can still play it off of 14, maybe.
Looks like the 3 goes off to 14. Except he's just going to leave this cue ball up table. Just leave him upstream.
Bank off the 13 and just took him from both balls.
Leave him squadoosh.
I think you let him see the 7.
He can see the 7.
He can cut the 7 in.
Cut the 7 in, and then the 3 in the side off to 14.
And the 8 ball's right there.
All right. So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance.
All right, it's called 7 in the corner. We got that 3 ball out of there. All right, got everything all out in the open now.
This game should progress now. All right. Other table.
Who got that one? Was that Kathy?
Yes, 5 ball's still on the table, so I'm thinking that's a
No.
negatory.
Okay, so Chewys, Chooters got that one. Inching a little bit closer to that finish line.
9-5. What you got?
9-5.
Pot's right.
Nice shot there. Don't leave him a combination. Leave him a shot. Okay, he's got the 11 in the corner. All right.
Yep. Shoots 11 up in the corner. I don't like going forward with this. Do not go forward with this.
Yeah, just a stop shot.
Yep. So that you can.
Once she's got angles, got to go off the rail.
Oh, just got it to fall.
Never a doubt. All right, a little bit of a back cut on this 14. Got to avoid traffic to be able to even see the 10. You know, don't hook yourself behind the 7 or the 8. I'm thinking more of the 7. Overcut, and he's going to tie up the 3. No, not exactly. But he hasn't let him see the 3. He can only see the 7.
Oh, and you got a narrow window there, too, to play position on the 3 now. I think that was the Chewy howl.
Yeah, I realized that after I did that.
Okay, so on that other table, we have Hans and Mike. And
Alrighty.
Hans of Chewys Chooters and Mike of Rack'em Wreckers, and it is Mike's Rack'em and Break'em.
His turn to rack 'em and wreck 'em.
Rack'em and Crack'em.
Womber says he bets Kevin does an awesome Chewbacca howl. Oh, you want to bet? Okay, I'll take that bet because yeah, you're betting that I do. I'm betting that I don't. All right. You got action.
I'll take it too. Bye, Martin. See you later. Maybe.
Thanks for stopping by.
Just bumping it for safe. I know, we don't normally like moving balls away from a pocket, like moving them towards a hole. But
Oh man, that ties up your own balls and gets the 8 out in the open.
Yeah, he got a free bank here.
If he makes this bank, it's probably all over.
Yeah, he's got a free cross, bank right back at him here. Cue ball's going to go down table.
Yeah.
8 should hook from almost everything. And even if it doesn't, yeah, but I hit this pocket speed. You don't want to hit this, warp speed or anything like that.
Nice shot. Slow down, cue ball. Don't get on that rail where you have no shot. Oh, man, it's never easy.
Thin cut here.
Never easy.
Damien's hangers, I think.
Is that what that was over
Yeah,
there?
he's dropping some of those plastic hangers or kicking them around, something over there.
All right, soft kicking behind this ball, especially if that orange is at the 3 or the 5. I can't tell.
And that is the 3 ball, if it's not
If
frozen.
it's not frozen, definitely just soft kick
Yeah,
behind
or
it.
if he doesn't call it frozen, because it ain't frozen unless it's called frozen. Nice shot. Looks like the 7 goes now. Possibly. And if it doesn't, if he doesn't get a good hit here, you just pop the 8 up table from behind here.
Yeah, you just shoot the 3 into the 8 and leave the cue ball behind the 7. Just open that stuff up.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I'd be putting the cue ball to the rail and not trying to get the 8 ball down to the end rail, because if you get ball in hand here, now you're going to have to try and get down to the 8 ball on the end rail. So I like just bumping it and letting the cue ball go to the rail.
He's just going for the out.
Maybe called safe.
No, you wanted to shoot the 3 there.
Yeah.
Shoot the 3 so it gets the 8 out of there, gets everything open and gets him hooked behind the 7. All right, so just going to soft kick at this again. Nice and gentle. All right, same thing again. Cue ball behind the 3.
So I've got a special request.
Create a
for
little
you
distance
folks
between the
in
3 and the
line
8.
At the bar, if you could move your line to go either right or left, but not down the aisle. And that'll clear some space for us. I would appreciate that if you could just swing that line.
There are no other matches going on. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. So the teams have in their divisions have Fargo caps. And so you're going to see players that, especially in these middle divisions, of all kinds of ranges of the experience level or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just within the same team.
Within
you'll
the
see.
same team, there can be huge jumps, especially in the middle to the upper division.
Yeah, you might have someone on a team who's a 700, and you might have a couple 200s as your teammates.
Yeah.
So you could
Yeah,
see.
to fall underneath that Fargo cap.
Yeah, because it's all about the combined Fargo rating of your whole team.
Yeah, Rackham needs these 2 games really badly.
All right, just kicking at this. Just trying to roll up on it. Nice and easy.
Don't break it out. Yeah, I think you broke it out, Kevin.
No, that 3 still doesn't go.
Oh, what do you...
Although now he doesn't have the safety on the 3 like he had before.
Nope.
So now you just go for the breakout now.
And how would you go after the breakout? Would you shoot the 7 in the corner, cue ball a little bit, almost like even up with it? Or do you shoot it up table and let the cue ball carry into it? Do you shoot it in that corner right there and go off the end rail at it?
Probably the best way to go into him is to shoot this 7 into this bottom left corner on screen. Let the cue ball go into the end rail and then straight at him. The second best way is to shoot the 7 in that upper left corner and just let the cue ball just go straight at him. But you're more likely to leave the 3 ball stuck there if you do that. All right, he's not going for the breakout. He's just going to time balls back up here.
No, looks like, that's what John wants to do, just tie things up. Oh, stay up. Woo! Can he cut this ball in?
That's what I was wondering.
I think he might be able to cut this 9 ball in. Or 8 ball, whatever game we're playing. See, I can't even, I'm looking right at the black ball and I'm saying 9. I have played this game once before. Oh, trying to get a ref. Dwayne Payne on his way back again.
Middle name, The.
The.
The. Dwayne The Payne Johnson.
Yeah, to me it looks like there is just, yeah. And when you're cutting at it like this, if the 3 moves, it's a foul. Nice shot. Nice shot, Eric.
All right.
Getting another one back. We are at 9-6. Yeah. That what you have?
I have 9-6.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right. Nick and Matt. Is going to be Matt's break. Matt from Rackham Wreckers, and Nick from Chewys Chooters.
All right, the team, we're solids, right? You need to get to tables 7 and 8. Team, we're See, solids, at least right? Matt, you know, at least he's with the program. He's got his name on his shirt.
Yeah.
Because we were saying earlier that they should just have names on their shirts. Makes it a lot easier on us. So Matt, you know, he's with the program.
Yeah.
Matt Andrews at the table, racking them up.
Got Mike on the other table trying to snatch another one. Get out of there, cue ball. Get out of there.
It did. They got out. All right, 9-7. Making a comeback.
Maximum fun.
So you thinking this is going to go hill?
It's all your fault. 9-7.
I'm just a messenger.
Yeah, well.
Just the fact that it's my message is irrelevant.
Anybody home on that break?
No friends. Dry break.
And they're mostly out in the open except for
Oh,
that,
wait. I think you made one.
that group of 4 or 5 balls over on the.
I think one snuck in that I didn't
Yeah.
see.
I thought I heard
Wait,
something
1, 2,
falling.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 14. All right, he's made a ball. All right, I am definitely liking stripes.
Yeah, the 10 goes, the 11 goes. You could play the 3 in the side right now off of the 10 and open up the 1 also.
Well, good morning, sunshine.
Aw, thanks. Oh, wait, you weren't talking to me. You were talking to somebody in the chat room.
Yeah, I was talking to sunshine.
Yeah, I figured that.
I'm not the messenger, I'm the Kevinger. All right, nudging things apart a little bit. Everything still goes. And you gotta shoot that 14 in the corner with some right spin. You gotta spin down for this. And that 10 is in a kind of a tricky spot now.
10 goes from right where he is right now.
Yeah, he can cut. Yeah, he can cut the 10 in from where he is right now. He's gonna try to get a little bit better on it.
Oh, I thought he was going to make it too, right there.
You know, he's perfect on
Yeah.
it. That's a heck of a shot
Yeah,
there,
he'd be able to, Matt.
Matt.
He can go right between that 1-3. Was that me?
Yeah, your phone's been vibrating all afternoon here.
Oh,
It's been
okay.
vibrating away.
Cut it in. Just try and come between that 1 and 3 for that 15.
All right, the 8 ball still goes. All right.
Yeah, it goes in that the lower left and the upper right.
So I don't know much about the players on the Rackham Wreckers team, but I'm thinking Matt might be their top shooter possibly, because he looks like he's picking his way through this rack pretty nicely.
Yeah. Oh, it is 3-something in the afternoon here, sunshine.
Yeah, it's afternoon, but good morning sunshine sounded better.
Uh-huh. All right, well, I like taking this 12 ball on the side,
Yeah.
then the 9 to the 8. Come to the back side of the 8. He could take the 9 and go to the 12 and then just come to the back behind the 2 ball from the 9.
Yeah, he's gonna play short side on the 8. You can play either side of the 8. He's going short side like he's going your way. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, you know he's going to come around.
That's
think he's
7-6.
gonna have to.
That's 7-6 isn't the way to come around. You gotta just shoot this with some inside and kill it. I mean, it looks to me like that 7-6 is in the way. I think you gotta shoot just a lot of right spin. He shot with a lot of right spin and
rubbed it for
that's
really good for a good shot. It's not perfect,
you
but
can scratch in the side off the 3 if you're not careful, and he'll be careful.
you draw out of there and don't let your cue ball go forward.
Exactly.
That's the way you scratch, is going forward here. Cord's over there trying. Oh, I was gonna say trying to keep get one back for his team and get him on the hill here. And just as I went to say it, I didn't even get it out of my mouth. That's how powerful the curse is. Just think it. He's going forward with this.
Oh, get there.
No. It is in front of the hole.
But meanwhile, these solids are looking ugly.
Yeah. Now I got to back cut this 4 ball. You could play the 2 in off of the rail, off of the back of the 8, to for the getting rid of the 2 ball. But you still got to probably get short side on the 1 and the 3 here.
From the 4 ball to short side of the 7 and the 6, everything got to be short side and everything. Ugly.
Anyone from a team called Who Knows, come to the WBCA podium, please.
Can you hand me that thing over there? My phone. So I can see why it's vibrating in case it's something about the room.
All right, fine. I'll turn off the sound on the other one. There. Is that better? All right, Nick's going for this 6 up the corner. He just said, looks like it's do or die. So that means he's going for it. I mean, looks to me like he can just roll up on the 3, get him hooked behind the 1 if he wants to play safe, if he doesn't want to go for this, if he's not feeling confident. It doesn't sound like he's feeling confident. Because if you just roll up, on the 3, the kicking lanes are blocked. He might be able to jump it in, but at least the easy 1 rail kicking lanes are blocked. He can still kick two rails at it. think I just heard him call safe. All right, he's going to use the 7 as a safe. It's good if you can like let the cue ball roll up in like behind the 6.
You can rail first. It's so easy here.
Yeah,
Off the end
it's
rail.
sitting pretty high for the rail first. It's makeable, but it's sitting pretty high. I think he's just got to go with the 3 rail kick.
All right, now with this ball in hand,
Yeah.
let's start with that 1 ball.
Yeah, that 1 ball. Now that is do or die. Shoot that 1 up the rail. If you don't make it, yeah, that is. But I
Or you can take the 8 out with the 2.
might like that better. Just try to get that 8 out of the pocket. I think Nick says it hurts to think about that stuff, so I won't think about it. I'll just deal with this other stuff over here.
Did he call safe again?
No, he didn't call safe. He was.
But he's got him hooked with the 2 again.
This is an easier kick than the last one now. This is just a simple 1 rail up and down.
Yeah, Matt Andrews.
Yeah, at the
At the
tables
table
now.
right now.
At the table right now.
He is
Matt Andrews.
playing Nick Smith.
And Matt Andrews, he's on the team Rack'em Wreckers. And Nick Smith for Chewys Chooters.
And no, we do not have their Fargo ratings. You're more than welcome to look them up if you'd like.
Yeah, we're leaving that as an exercise for the viewer. Didn't get quite as much airbornedness out of that jump shot as he wanted.
Yeah, because that's a word. How about you just shoot the 3 up in the corner and leave the cue ball on the rail for the 8, call safe, and hook him with the 1.
Shoot the 2 in the side, let the cue ball roll into the 1, bounce the break it up off the rail.
Yeah, there's that as well.
He doesn't want to try to shoot the 1 up the rail.
Yeah, he apparently does not like that. I can tell by the way he's not wanting to shoot it. He's calling a safe. Shooting the 3 up table, letting the cue ball roll into the rail. The ball's coming out.
He called safe too,
Yep.
so
Yeah, it looks like it's left him the edge of the 8.
he can either. Well, the problem with swerving it is he might
Follow it in.
follow it in
Yeah.
if he can't see enough of it to just
Yeah,
shoot
he's
straight at
hoping
it.
he can see. He's hoping he can see. Oh yeah, he's shooting right at it. The ball came way out. All right,
Rack'em Wreckers pulling closer.
gets another 9-8. This was looking like it was going to be a runaway freight train, and now here we're 1 game apart.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Josh, and
All right, see you later.
have a good one.
So next up be Kathy from Rack'em Wreckers versus John from Chewys Chooters. They're trying to take this all the way.
Thrill, thrill. Most fun for your money. What are
Really,
they playing?
Clarky? Really, Clarky? They're playing pool.
Should I circle it on screen where it says 8-ball?
Yeah, just because he's extra special to us.
All right, Kathy with the break from Rackham Wreckers. Dry break.
I was like, I swear I just saw Corinne Walker in that. And yeah, I did. It's her shooting on the next table.
Ah. All right, brings John from Chewys Chooters. Still trying to figure out this puzzle. Need to have some furniture rearranged here, I'm thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hank wants to know, do they match up the lesser skill players from each team, or could a 250 end up playing like a 700? No, you're going to play almost everybody on the other team.
Yeah.
And when you have the race to 13, I'm pretty sure you could, end up playing everybody. You're going to play 4 of the 5 players you could possibly play.
Yeah, it's not like APA where you pick who plays which player of the other team. It goes through rotations. So yes, absolutely, you could have the 250 playing the 700 type of scenario.
Yeah, and actually, only one player on each team. If it goes hill-hill, will play all 5 players of the other team. 1 game each.
Wow, she just called the back cut on this 12. That's a thin cut. All right, just moving it in front of the pocket. All right, that 12 goes. That 3-ball combination is lined up.
Yes, it does.
That 5-ball in jail. With no get out of jail free card nearby. Oh, he's all right. Now that just changed things around. Now he's got his breakout ball in position. Good shot there, John. Nudging balls around, moving them into position.
They out there playing chess again?
Sure, Brandon.
You can get rid of that chat. Just hit the live chat thing. It closes the chat room before you landscape. And that'll fix that for you. You'll be able to see the whole screen.
All right, John to the table, looking at solids. If he can cut that 1 in, they'll give him a nice angle on that 3 to break out that 5. I think that 1 goes. Well, actually, maybe not. That 1 is sitting pretty high up on that side pocket, and that 10-ball is taking up quite a bit of where he would have to be hitting the 1 to be able to cut it in.
I didn't see who won on the other table.
I'll check the score.
A solid is on table, so that should be 9-9. But you can go check.
So yeah, that is correct. 9-9.
And Play Ranch, we turned off the sound to the other one because apparently it had our commentary on it for this table, so it was muted.
Yeah, it was too confusing for some people.
Yep. Okay, on the other table we've got Mike from Chewys Chooters playing Tim from Rack'em Wreckers. Tim racked and broke and apparently has made a ball.
I suppose I could leave the sound on the other one so that if someone is only watching one or the other, at least they have something to listen to. It's just us commentary on the little picture-in-picture instead of on the main screen.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I can see how it would be confusing.
Well, the other one has picture-in-picture. They're just swapped, so I'd be doing commentary on the little one.
Yeah, but that's not what they're watching. That's not why they're watching that one generally.
They can mute it. All right, Kathy at the table. Oh, she's going to leave him pretty good on this one ball.
No.
And if the one doesn't go, he's got the 5 to break it out if the one doesn't go.
I think he's going to have to play. I mean, he could cut the 5 and call the 1, but what he can see of the 1, looks like he'd be shooting it right into the point.
All right, he's playing the 5, trying to break it out. He was trying to break it out.
Yeah.
Just didn't get quite enough draw on it.
Oh, he tried to double kiss it in.
Man.
Oh, nice effort. That was the only way to get it in there, other than get a bad hit.
Yeah, solids are in a good position though on this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all he has is the 1, right?
Yeah, and it's hanging there. Stripes are not sitting easy.
And it's hanging right there by where, to leave you to a good position on the 8 from almost anywhere on the table. Except for hooked. Even then, you got to kick the ball in and you're getting on the 8.
Nice shot, Kathy. Yeah, she's sitting in good position here. She can run these out.
Yeah,
follow down.
Yeah, follow down for the 14, 15 next? 15.
14.
14. 15 is the other end.
Yep.
I'm looking at the table and I can't even tell them apart.
It's okay. We'll use technology. Oh, get in there. It didn't get in there.
It didn't, and it's come out.
But it has blocked the pocket for the 8, so he's going to have to come around for the 8 in the other corner. So she's got that going for her. All right, I'm turning the sound back on the other one. You can mute it if it disturbs you. And that's perfect. That's a nice shot there, John.
That'll do.
That's a pretty nice shot. It's a very nice shot.
I mean, it's supposed to do. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, are you giving this to him? He doesn't have to shoot it?
Nope. That would be against the rules. And if there's one time that you don't give up something, it's during a team event.
Yeah, your team will not be happy with you if you concede a game.
All right, on the hill is Chewys Chooters.
10-8, race to 11.
10-9.
Oh, did I miss one? I missed one. Sorry about that.
You're the one that came back here and told me.
I did. I said 9-9, and I told you. Yes, I saw you write it down on the score sheet, but I forgot to click the to update the score on the screen. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. And no one in the chat room let me know either. 200 people, but no one's got my back. I see how you guys are.
I figured you knew. Not that you're new, but that you knew.
Uh-huh. That I canoe.
Yeah.
Do you canoe?
No, not generally. I like motorboats.
Okay, enough said.
And so we've got Hans. That would be the final game out there if it needs to be played, but they don't wait to see. They continue play as if we're going to need it. You don't wait to see if something's going to happen.
No, you don't. You play.
Yeah, we're into the 3 o'clock round is round 4 for the day. Well, flight 4 of the tables. We are not into round 4 of the tournament. A flight is a full set of tables. So we are in flight 4, and we are almost an hour behind. Oh, don't do that. Match over. 8 ball was just made out of turn on the other table.
Oh, man.
Tim's gonna be hurting from that one for a minute.
All right, so Chewys Chooters defeating Rackham Wreckers 11-9.
Yeah.
This was first round action, A side, so Rackham Wreckers still alive.
And the other teams should be standing here waiting to move in as soon as they move out. What you should be doing is sending one player over with a score sheet while everybody else puts away their stuff to keep the tournament moving. All right, we're Kevin and Sherry with Railbirds. We'll be right back with more action.
See ya.